Welcome and welcome back. This is Gonna Be Debt Free. And one of the ways that I am gonna be debt free is I'm gonna do a summary of how this past month went and do my monthly budget for next month so that I review the plan that I had and make any adjustments that are necessary as I move forward into the next month. So for this past month, which was February 2023, I estimated an income of $8,000, but in my biweekly, so in my first biweekly, I had, instead of $4,000, I actually ended up with $19,055, which was from selling my previous house. And the second biweekly, I had $9,149. So I had some nice extra chunks to beef up my income for the month. For my four walls, I had my two biweeklies, so I had no mortgage, I had no electricity. My water was $20. I don't have sewer or trash. My propane was $10. My internet was $55. My insurance, I did set aside $290, but I am working on the insurance, and my cell phone was $50. And in the second biweekly, it was exactly the same for both of them. My payments are split 50-50, which just makes it easier for me, which means each of those was $425 and $425. So I stayed right on budget for my four walls. For my debt, for the base debt, I had my two biweeklies. I had $293 for the first one, $549, which was the first half, $85, which was the second half, $144, which is the first half, $457, which was that half, and $277. The second biweekly, I had paid off Chase, so I carried that $293 down here to the snowball so that I maintained $3610 is my goal every single month forever. And then I had another $549, another $85, another $144, another $457, and another $277. So I stuck with my minimums on everything else, which makes each of those $1,805 and $1,805, which had me right on target with the $3610. For the groceries, I did $200, and for gas I did $200. For the dog I did $15. For my hobby I did $20. For the car, that was for getting tires and such, which I set aside $1,000. And for the second biweekly, I had the other $200, another $200, $15 for the dog, $20 for miscellaneous. I didn't need to do tires, but I did set aside $100 that time for the DMV, so I could get tags and driver's license and stuff. So I did come in a little over on that, which was 200 plus 200 plus 15 plus 20 plus 1,000. So this one was $1,435. And then the second one was 200 plus 200 plus 15 plus 20 plus 100 was $535. So the $535 plus the $1,435 is, so I actually came in at $1,970 instead of $1,870. So I was $100 over on that. So for my income, I expected $8,000, but I actually had $19,055 plus $9,149 is $28,204. which was really nice. My 4 walls, I did come in at exactly the $850. For the expenses, I came in at $1970. The debt was the $3610 that I expected. And instead of my regular snowball being $1670, my snowball was $28,204. 28204 minus 850 minus 1970 minus 3610, which was $21,774, which comes out right because for the first biweekly it was $15,390. For the second biweekly it was $63.84. If I take $15,390 plus $63.84, I get to $21,774, which were my snowballs, and I got to a zero-based budget, and I had a great snowball and was able to pay off Chase, which is why that's zero. But I'm going to keep, no matter what I do, I want to keep this amount at $3610. So as I pay them off, I'm just going to contribute them to the snowball here, and they'll go to the next one I'm focusing on. And what I'm currently focusing on is my American Express credit card, in that order. So it was a really good month. I feel like I made a lot of really good progress. And again, having a plan and having it written down makes such a huge difference. So as I wrap up February and get ready into March, I am going to do my March budget. So stay tuned. I'll be right back and we'll go into my March budget. Okay, so I'm going to plan out my budget for the next month. I'm going to start with income, which my standard monthly income is $8,000. I'm going to skip a couple of lines just in case a couple of things come in. And then I will do my 4 walls and be right back. Okay, so I'm in a budget zero for my mortgage because I don't currently have a mortgage. My house is paid off, and I have enough solar on the roof to not have an electricity bill. My water is about $40 a month. I don't have sewer because I am on septic. I don't have trash removal. My gas, my propane is about once a year. $240. So I'm just going to budget $20 for a month and kind of set it aside. My internet is $110 a month. My insurance, I'm still going to budget $580. I am working on getting that down, and I've got some bids coming in, but I don't have all of the numbers to figure out where I'm supposed to be yet. So I'm just going to keep it at the $580. And then if I have extra, I will roll it into a debt. And then my cell phone is $100 a month. So I'll go ahead and list my expenses and be right back. Okay, for groceries, I budget $100 a week, which is $400 a month. For gas for the car, I've still been budgeting $100 a week. And I have a little bit extra, but I've got some traveling I need to do, so I'm just going to keep it at $400 a month. The dog is about $30 a month for food and grooming and everything. And I have a hobby that I budget $10 a week for. Then I'll come over here and I'll list my debts and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna keep Chase on here just because these are my 6 original debts: Chase, American Express, personal loan, Home Depot, American Express, personal loan, and my truck. And then I'm adding a line for the snowball so that as I pay these off, I'll just add them down here so they keep my total where I want to keep it. So my chase is 0, but that means my snowball is the 23 was weekly. It was 586 for the month. My American Express is $1,098 a month. My personal loan is $170 a month. My Home Depot is $288 a month. My American Express personal loan is $914 a month. And my truck is $554 a month. And then I will write in the summaries down here, and then I'll do some math. Okay, so as I transfer those down to here, my income expectation is $8,000 a month. My 4 walls is $850 a month. My expenses are $870 a month. And my debt minimum payments are $3,610 a month. So if I take the 8,000, subtract out the 850, subtract out the 870, subtract out the 3,610, that means my snowball should be $2,670, which gets me to a zero-based budget. And so this month, the snowball will come up and get added to the American Express, and the snowball will come up and get added to the American Express. So I should be making a nice dent in, now that I've got a snowball started, I should be making a nice dent. 2 months ago when I started this, I was at a negative 850. So this is a very Spartan budget, but I am doing very, very Spartan things. I am not doing any sinking funds or anything at this point, except for propane, a little bit for the insurance. But those are, again, things that come up very, very regularly. I'm just not doing sinking funds for anything at this point. I don't want to save anything when I have so much debt. If I can get the debt knocked down, then I can cash flow anything that comes up a lot easier. So that is my budget for the month of March 2023, and I will be doing each bi-weekly budget as a video as I go along, and as I start making some nice chunks into my debts, I will do a debt update. I've already done one that has debt trackers and debt charts, and I will be updating those periodically. So I hope this helps you understand what my current situation is, and if you have a debt-free journey, grab a pen, piece of paper, and just get it on paper. I don't do anything fancy. You don't have the fancy budget books or envelopes or any of that. Just grab what you've got and get started. This is some junky old student spiral. And getting it on paper just makes such a difference. So thank you for the support. If you have any comments, please go ahead and add them below. I've really been appreciating those. And I will catch you next time. Thanks so much.